Let me say this, if you're on this live and you're listening and you're all the way tuned in, not halfway tuned in, because I know some of y'all might be watching TV and on Facebook on your other phone. I'm not talking about halfway tuned in. We're talking about all the way tuned in. And you know that you maybe have not.
They're watching reruns of your show. That's what they're doing.
If you're doing that too.
When are the new episodes coming?
You know, I'm gonna let you know so you can tune in. You know, you will know.
We gotta support. We gotta support.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you're watching and you're all the way tuned in, and you feel like, you know, they kind of talking about me because I really don't support Black businesses like I should. Listen, it's okay. Start now. Start now. Start today. Make up in your mind today that, you know what, going forward, I am going to do better with supporting Black businesses. And Hill, you mentioned the 3 pillars. And I know we talked a little bit about competition and how we have been, you know, the European way has kind of been, you know, we've been trained a certain way. I think that I would like for you to elaborate a little bit on how you feel that pillar 2, trust, how we don't trust one another, where that has come from in terms of the state of our culture, the Black culture, that lack of trust that doesn't make you run necessarily to do business with your brother or your sister.
Yeah.
Where's that lack of trust?
I mean, that is over the 400 to 500 years of the Middle Passage, slave trade. Obviously, there's so many systemic forces to bear. Even when we talk about more recently, and tax and government assistance programs that encourage the breakup of the Black family. Like if you had 2 parents in the household, you weren't getting the same amount, and so the breadwinner moves out. All of these different things are systemic. They're institutionalized, and we all know that it roots back to economics. You cannot have social justice without economic justice. And we have to remember that the slave trade was all based off of what? Economics. Now, here's a sad data point. In 1863, when the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, Black people in America held a little less than 1% of American wealth. That makes sense, right? After all these years of free labor being treated as property, we hold a little less than 1% of the wealth of the country, even though we built almost 100% of the wealth of the country because we created unfair competition through free labor. Yet we only had 1%. Now, fast forward to 2022, and I hate to report to you, Black people in America hold a little less than 1% of American wealth. The number has not changed.
Wow.
In 159 years.
Wow.
And so
that's a problem.
It's beyond a problem, but it speaks to systemic and institutional barriers of accessing historic wealth creation and means to a certain. Yet, and we talk about trusting each other. What I love about new technology, blockchain, is it's trustless. It solves that problem for us because smart contracts and the ability, you don't have to trust me to transact with me because the ledger or the technology itself handles the transaction. And so therefore we can operate in a trustless way and then build trust through interaction. And that's what I love about these platforms. So we're building trust, like we're using technology. We're not in the same place. Have we ever met in person? Have we ever been in the same place?
No.
No. So we've never been in the same place. We've never met in person, yet we're building trust through a technology platform. And so we can use different tech platforms to rebuild trust in our community and make sure that people are being supported. And so I'll say this to anybody out there who's listening right now. If there's something that you're doing that you want me to support and I can support and it means I'll do that. You know, I want to support and help. You know, and I would hope that everybody on here would download the Black Wall Street digital wallet, either, you know, Android or Apple. And why is that important? It goes back to what I just said. The more users who are using any platform, the higher the value of the platform. Why is that important? Because every tech business needs what? Venture capital lending. You can't grow the technology without having investment in equity, right? Into your business. Okay, it's impossible. That's why every business, no matter who, they take in investment. You want to have the highest valuation possible because that lowers the cost of the money to you. It's like when you go to the payday lender, they charge 14, 18, 20, 24%. That's called expensive money, because to get access to your money, you're paying such a high percentage. But if you can get an investment, let's say your company's valued at $100 million, the valuation, and you get $10 million of investment, for that $10 million, those folks only got 10% of your company. But watch this. If your company's valued at $20 million as opposed to 100, that same 10 million cost you 50% of your company. That's why if we could get our community onto our platforms, if there's 520 people on here right now, and if each person downloaded and had 10 people download it, the valuation of my company in one day would go up probably twofold, because 500 people and then 10 people per that 500 actively using the platform, that's a double valuation jump for me. And that's just people using. There's no cost to it. It's amazing. Right. So we have to understand our power as users of these platforms, that we hold the power to make or break companies.
Absolutely. And I just pinned the Black Wall Street Digital Wallet app on the live. So if you have not downloaded the Black Wall Street Digital Wallet app, please do so. He'll share very quickly for those who may not know.
Make sure you add though. It's the Black Wall Street. Okay. Not just Black Wall Street. It's the Black Wall Street. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to look now. Now we got to make sure we downloading the right one. We're not about to.
And like I said, if you run across other Black Wall Street.
Type it so I can pin it. There it is. Somebody put the whole, okay, there we go. That's even better. Someone put the actual link to Apple to download it.
Okay, perfect.
The Black Wall Street app. Thank you so much. Let me pin that. And he'll tell everyone all the things they can do with the app, for those who may have no idea what we're talking about.
So the most important thing you can do with the app, let's say this. So 11 years ago, I wrote this book. You see, I looked a lot younger then, y'all.
You look the same. I don't know what you're talking about. You look the same.
I wish.
You're talking about he'll still fine. That's what they were saying. I
wish. So this book was called The Wealth Cure, and it was all about how do we cure the racial wealth gap and actually build wealth in our community. And the problem was back then the technology didn't exist to scale the type of impact that exists now. And so what you can do on the app, so we're in beta. So we came out May 31st of 2021, which was the exact day of the centennial of the Black Wall Street Massacre. We launched at 7 p.m. that night, which is basically when that massacre started 100 years before. And so it was really important for me to launch then, but we launched in beta and we've been adding features all the time. In fact, any feedback anybody has, you could DM me feedback, anything, and say, Hill, I wish it had this, or I wish it did this. And that's the beauty when you own your own wallet and you have engineers that are working on it every day, you can tell them, hey, audiences said they want this feature, build it, and then we'll launch it, and it'll get updated. And so that's there for us. And so right now, the most important piece are the educational videos. Naja Roberts, who's my co-founder, who's spectacular, wise. She's one of the foremost cryptocurrency experts in the world. She has her own business in Inglewood, California called Crypto Blockchain Plug, one of the very few over-the-counter brick-and-mortar cryptocurrency exchanges in the world. She has a number of videos on there. Awesome. I have a number of videos on there. And so they're all 2 minutes or less, very easy to digest, quick financial education videos, critical. Also, you can purchase Bitcoin and on the exchange into your wallet. Okay, once you've done the KYC process, which is know your customer, you have to go through the whole process to keep it all very legal and above board. You connect your bank account and then you start purchasing. we recommend dollar cost averaging, which is an old school wealth building strategy where you are basically agnostic to price. You're buying at regular intervals. You could hit the choice for daily. Maybe you have $6 a day. Maybe you can do $10 a day. And you're buying at a regular tempo. Has nothing to do with what the price is. You're buying it. You could buy weekly. You're buying regular tempo weekly, or twice a month, or once a month. No amount is too small, but we recommend dollar cost averaging because over time you will start to build. And the idea here, unlike Robinhood, where they encourage folks to be traders, we want you to be holders. We want you to buy and hold for the long term, not jump in and out of a position. That's how you actually build wealth over time. Is dollar cost averaging, slow and steady wins the race. This is not get rich quick. That's not what this is. This is start slow, steady, and wins the race. I think that our platform, if we can continue to grow it, will build more Black wealth than any single digital platform in the history of this country.
Not you think, you will. You will.
Okay. I received that and speak it into existence.
Absolutely, you will. So I see several of you are commenting saying that you just downloaded the app.
Thank you.
You're going to yes. Someone said 520 of us. Let's go do it right now. That's right. Let's go. If you haven't downloaded it, do so when we get off this live tonight. Do so and listen at what else he said. And if you tell 10 other people, a lot of times we come into the knowledge of things and we don't like to share it. But this is what tonight is all about, being willing to share information. And, once you've downloaded the app, tell your cousin, your mama, your daddy, your sister, and your brother, and your auntie, and your uncle, okay? We need everyone to download and support because it will happen, Hill. It will be all of that you mentioned, okay? So...
and the earliest,
Hubby and I are looking at it now. Awesome. Good.
That's
deal.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
And the earliest folks on here, obviously I'm so appreciative. And I'm going to, as soon as we get our first big round of funding, I'm going to take some money to the side and actually do an airdrop of Bitcoin into people's wallets as a thank you for being early adopters. Because I know how valuable and important it is. And so that's just huge to me. And I'm so grateful because the only way this works is through community. It's the only way.
Absolutely.
Only way.
And let me tell y'all something. One thing about Hill, he walks it like he talks it. And that's the honest to God truth. And that's what I like about him. You heard him mention how in Detroit, he purchased, this mansion there that he's renovating and, making sure that it's serving purpose for our culture, right? I know personally, I'm not going to share too much of it, but I know that he recently was behind another initiative of something happening here in Alabama, and very passionate. He's very, very passionate when it comes to Black property, Black banks, owning the land, owning the businesses. That's him in real life. Like, this live is not just, let's see who we can bring on a live tonight, and maybe they don't really do what they say they do. No, I'm telling you firsthand, Hill does exactly what it is that what he speaks on, that's how he lives.
Yes. Well, so, thank you so much.
I am so thankful.
As do you. And I'm going to get down there to Alabama. I'm still coming. So, I've heard tell that you make a really good sweet tea. So I'm hoping that I can come by. Now, I don't want mine to be too sweet because I don't need the high blood pressure and the diabetes, the heart disease.
That's real.
But I'm gonna come on down to Alabama and see what's happening down there.
Absolutely. I may make it up there first. You never know. You just never know. But we definitely we're gonna have to figure it out soon and definitely get a chance to meet in person and chop it up and continue to figure out how we can continue to inform our people about where we are and where we're going and what we need to do to get to where we want to go. So I'm looking forward to it. So guys, drop some love, download the Black Wall Street app. Also, you can go to Hill's Instagram page, Hill Harper. I'm sure it's in his bio. So you can see information, you know, that way as well. But let's download this app. Let's support. Like I said, he is a person who really does. I mean, I know you've written so many books, letters to a young brother, letters to an incarcerated brother, letters to a young girl, and
the conversation,
the relationships, the conversations. Now I'm gonna tell you, yeah, that one right there, the conversation. That's a good one too. So, you know, Hill has been pouring into the community for a very long time. So you guys make sure you guys go support Black businesses, support this app. And let's figure out a way to get this. I think it was 1.2, 1.3 trillion. Let's keep it in our community a little bit longer than 6-7 hours.
That's right. But absolutely right. And I'll tell you this, that Dr. King, you know, we're right here in Black History Month, coming out of the King holiday. Dr. King said, we are all tied together in a single garment of mutual destiny. And I use that quote all the time. I think about it. So my destiny is inextricably linked with yours, and yours mine. And it's also inextricably linked with any young man or young woman or old man or old woman in Southern Alabama, Southeast
That's right.
LA, South Side Chicago, South Bronx, South Florida, right. South Texas, any South, North, right. East, West. We are in this together, y'all. And if you remember being in it together, the way we're completely linked. Our destinies are linked. We can either lift each other up and help each other get there, take the ego out. One of the biggest problems we have is we let ego get in the way of progress. Yeah. I want to see everybody win. So if you win before me, great, because I know I'm coming next. I want to support you. And I want to see, that's the mentality we have to have. And constructive criticism. Please, I'll just be real transparent. I couldn't afford to hire one of those companies that they do have where you hire 2,000-3,000 people to work the app before it launches in beta, and then they get paid to give you feedback. Oh, it'd be better if you added this button. Oh, it'd be better if it was this. Oh, it'd be better if I had this. And so instead, I have to rely on my community to give me that feedback. Not bash it, not come and say, oh man, I tried this thing. It's not as good as Coinbase. Or say, listen, hey man, on Coinbase, they let me do this. Why don't you have your engineers write that so you can do it too? You know, Coinbase is a publicly traded multi-billion-dollar company. I'm a Black-owned startup, right? So yes, I'm trying to go after the same business, but at the same time, I need a runway to get there, because when Coinbase launched, they were just like mine, rest assured. Right. And so we're going to get there together. We have to get there together.
Absolutely.
And I just so appreciate you. I appreciate your light, how much you shine and radiate. And just thank you. It's great talking to you. I know it's later where you are than it is where I am. And so I know you saw Pierce. I got to go get him. I got to get him some dinner.
Pierce, what you got to go get him?
Dinner. He's got to eat some dinner.
Yeah, he's ready to eat. Yeah, Pierce like, okay, now I know you're doing your little live and all, but don't forget.
That's right. Don't forget, I'm really running things. I am running things.
That's right. That's right. Well, like I said, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you to Pierce for allowing us to have you for a little bit tonight. And looking forward to some future conversations as well.
Yes, and thank everybody who joined us. Thank you so much. You're so important. I saw some people from Brazil out there. Shout out your city or where you are right now real quick, so we can do like a little roll call real quick.
Let's do it.
Thank you to everybody. What do we got? Someone just said they've been using Gemini, but they're going to start using the Black Wall Street. Thank you for that. I so appreciate that. Thank you. All right, everybody. God bless you. Thank you. You're amazing.
Thank you so much. Yay.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good night.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Okay, LA in the house. Hey, guys. Okay, New York, Atlanta, LA. Listen, I hope you guys enjoyed our live. Chicago in the house. Hi, Dawn Michelle. Florida. It's just something about Florida that makes me smile. I hope you guys enjoyed the live tonight. Like I said, I do this every year. I love finding ways to bring about educational lives to you guys where you're able to just learn and we're all able to learn and get some knowledge and have some conversations about some things. So super, super, again, thankful for Mr. Hill Harper for spending some time with us tonight. Again, if you do not already have the Black Wall Street app, make sure you go and download it. And not only make sure you download it, but also tell your cousins, aunties, uncles, sisters, brothers, mamas, daddies, and friends, okay? Try to have 10 other people download it as well. The Black Wall Street app. It is also on his Instagram page, which is Hill Harper. So you can also head over to his Instagram page as well. He has information in his bio as well as on his feed about the Black Wall Street app. Let's support one another. And like I mentioned earlier, let's do it consistently. It's one thing to support for a week or two because we're all up in our emotions and our feelings about things, but we've got to do it more consistently. We've got to make a cognitive decision to do so. As Hill mentioned, of course, there are other companies who have millions and billions of dollars behind them where they're able to make things more easily available, quickly delivered, like Amazon and all of that great stuff. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't support businesses run by us, people who look like us, because it may take them an extra day or two. Let's not be so quick to go on social media when we have a bad experience with a Black business and blast them all over the world. Let's not do that either, because we don't do that when we go to Walmart or Target and they don't have an item that we wanted, or an item doesn't come the exact day that they said. So let's not do that to one another, okay? Happy Sunday. I have my babies to put to bed too. So happy Sunday. I hope you guys enjoyed this live, and I will see you next time. Ooh, la, la, la. Ooh, la, la, la.